Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I achieved this smoky eye look on my model Chloe for a photo shoot, so let's get started. To begin, I start by cleansing the skin first with the Garnier Micellar water on a makeup wipe to ensure the face is nice and clean prior to the makeup application. Because Chloe has an oilier skin type, I chose to use the Hylamide hyaluronic acid to prep Chloe's skin prior to the moisturizer, just to add some plumpness and hydrate the skin. Next, I use the Ultraceuticles Ultra Hydrating Lotion, which is an oil-free moisturizer that's great to hydrate and prep oilier skin types. I then use the Benefit Porefessional Matte Rescue and concentrating this product in the T-zone. This is an anti-shine product that will prolong the wear of the foundation and ensure that the base doesn't get shiny throughout the day. Next, I'm applying the Mecca De-Luscious lip balm on the lips to prep for lipstick. By the time we get to lipstick, the lips will be nice and hydrated, so it's great to do it at the start of a makeup application. Next, I'm applying the Embryolisse Eye Contour Cream directly underneath the eye area with a cotton bud. As this product has silicone in it, it will help to smooth out any lines and hydrate the skin so the concealer goes on flawlessly. For primer, I use the Benefit Porefessional and concentrating this in the T-zone. This product is best used when patted into the skin as it fills out the pores more effectively. Next, I'm applying a green concealer on any of Chloe's blemishes in order to neutralize them before we put the concealer and the foundation on top. This will just ensure that the foundation doesn't look cakey and that the blemishes are completely covered. Next, I'm applying a peachy tone concealer underneath the eyes to neutralize the under eye area. This will disguise any discoloration and again make the concealer go on flawlessly without any undertones peeking through. For foundation, I'm using the Stila Stay All Day foundation applied with a Crown Rounded Deluxe buffer brush, which will create a more full coverage application, and the synthetic bristles don't tend to soak up the foundation as much. I'm applying shade 1 in the center of the face first, and then mixing shade 1 and 5 around the perimeter of the face to create dimension on a fair skin tone without using the weight of heavier contour creams. As this makeup was for a more dramatic look for a photo shoot, I've chosen to opt for a more full coverage matte foundation, which tends to look best on camera. Having an oily skin type myself, this is my personal favourite foundation and has been a must-have in my makeup kit for at least 3 years now. Next, I'm just applying some cream concealer directly underneath the eyes just to cover up that corrector. As you can see, the under eye area is nice and flawless because we put that corrector down. It's not really necessary to highlight excessively on the face, as we've already done that with foundation, and I'll be adding powder contour shortly. Next, I'm just taking a slightly deeper shade from that same concealer palette and using that just to add additional coverage to any areas where it may be needed, for example any blemishes or anything the foundation didn't quite cover. I'm now just going back to that under eye area and using the same concealer brush just to buff out any lines before I set it with powder. I'm using a small powder brush just to set lightly underneath the eyes to set that concealer and stop it from creasing. I'm now switching to a large fluffy brush just to set the entire face with that same loose translucent powder. I'm using a patting and pressing motion just to lock that powder foundation in instead of swiping, which will move the foundation around. Moving on to brows, I'm just using a makeup wipe to remove any excess foundation from that area. You can also use the makeup wipe just to go around the hairline and ensure that there's no excess product there either. Just combing through Chloe's brows now just to reveal the direction of the hair growth before I apply the brow powder. I'm now just using the Anastasia Pro Brow Palette and using the soft brown and taupe shades just to lightly fill in Chloe's brows. I'm using soft feathery strokes to mimic the growth of the brow hairs and only filling where needed to prevent creating a stronger brow, as I wanted to keep them quite natural for this look. Next, I'm just setting the brow hairs in place with some clear brow gel, and then we're going to move on to eyeshadow. I'm actually using the Chi Chi Brow Pomade in soft brown as an eyeshadow base for this look. I wanted to use a cool tone taupe shade to complement Chloe's eye colour, which is a warm hazel green shade. I'm using a kabuki brush to apply this product in as few strokes as possible so that the product stays wet enough for the eyeshadow to stick to, and then lightly buffing out the edges with my fingertips. I like to use creams as eyeshadow bases in a similar shade to the powder eyeshadow that is going to be used, as it makes the colours more vibrant, long wearing, and also means I need to use less product on the brush, which minimises fallout. Once the product has been blended, I then go back over the blend with soft brown eyeshadow from MAC to add some further definition to the crease and tidy up the transition between the skin tone and the smoky eye. Moving on to eyeliner, I'm using the Inglot AMC Gel Liner in 77 and applying this to the roots of the lashes using an angled eyeliner brush. I love using this eyeliner as it is waterproof, black as black can be, and will last all day without smudging. I'm now using Carbon Eyeshadow from MAC on a clean angled eyeliner brush and using this to smoke out the gel liner I just applied. I'm only doing one eye at a time because I only have a minute or so to smoke out the gel liner before it sets and can no longer be blended. Next, I'm measuring the false lashes to see where they need to be trimmed in order to fit Chloe's eye shape before I apply any lash glue. While the glue is drying, I'm first curling Chloe's lashes so that her lashes and the fake ones will sit nicely together. Next, I'm applying mascara to Chloe's lashes using the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara on a disposable mascara wand. This ensures that her natural lashes will match the false lashes I will be applying later. To create the smoky bottom liner, I first apply the same Inglot gel liner that I used on the upper lid to the waterline using a Sigma tight lining brush. I'm using a disposable latex-free sponge just to pull down the lower eyelid slightly so it's easier for me to apply the product and avoid any contact with the immediate eye area. Next, I go back in with a small bullet brush with no product on it, and without even touching the waterline, some of the gel line will bleed down onto the skin, which can then create a base for the smoky eye for the lower lash line. As the shape of Chloe's waterline makes her eyes appear downturned, filling it in with black will help to lift her eye shape and help make her eyes appear more elongated and almond shaped. I then take a clean pencil brush with some soft brown eyeshadow from MAC and using this to apply a transition shade to the lower lash line. When it comes to smoky eyes, I like to repeat everything I do on the top to the bottom to ensure the eye makeup is cohesive and balanced. I then go back in with the gel liner and begin to add small amounts of product right underneath the roots of the lashes to build up some intensity. I'm then just going in with the same angled eyeliner brush with some Carbon Eyeshadow from MAC and using this to set and further blend out the gel liner I applied previously. On a smaller eye shape, I would not recommend using this technique as it will further close off the eyes and make them appear even smaller. Instead, I recommend opting for a white or flesh tone liner to help make the eyes appear larger and brighter. By this stage, the glue I applied earlier to the false lashes has become tacky enough to apply to the skin. I'm using a clean Q-tip to apply the lashes and help push the lashes into the base of the lash line and ensure it adheres to the skin. Next, I'm just repeating everything I did on Chloe's right eye onto the left and going back and touching up where needed to ensure that the blend is seamless. I'm then applying Floof eyeshadow from MAC to the inner corners and brow bone as a highlight to brighten and lift the eyes. As Chloe has slightly wide-set eyes, I'm touching up the inner corners with some additional black gel liner to add drama and make her eyes appear more balanced. Moving on to contour, I'm using the Napoleon Camera Finish Powder in N4 Mahogany just under the cheekbones, temple, forehead and jawline to contour Chloe's face and add dimension. I like to use this product as a powder contour on fair skin tones as it's not too dark or warm toned. I'm now just taking a tissue and removing any excess product from Chloe's lips before we apply the lipstick. I'm then applying a Youngblood lip liner in Pout all over Chloe's lips to provide a base for the lipstick and shape the lips. As Chloe has a double lip line, doing this allows me to map out her lip shape before I apply the lipstick. I'm now applying a custom mix of lipsticks to Chloe's lips to ensure I create the perfect colour I wish to achieve. In this case, I used a mix of MAC Faux, Honey Love, Modesty and Myth applied to the lips with a flat, square lip brush for precision. I'm then just blotting the lipstick with a tissue to remove any excess product, and then going back in with more lipstick in a lighter shade and working this in towards the centre of the lips to create dimension. Next, I apply NARS powder blush in Luster with a Sigma blush brush. Once I've completed the lipstick and the eye makeup, it's easier to see how much blush needs to be applied in order to complete the look. Leaving it until last saves me time by avoiding going back and forth with the blusher, because when the lips and eyes are done, I can see exactly how much I need to apply that will make the makeup look balanced. I'm now just applying some highlighter to the nose bridge, Cupid's bow and tops of the cheekbones to prevent the foundation from looking overly matte and adding a little bit of glow. I'm now finishing off the eye makeup by applying some mascara to the lower lashes, using a tissue as a barrier to prevent the mascara from catching on the skin. Finally, I'm spraying a bit of MAC Fix Plus to remove any powderiness and help bring the makeup to life. And that completes this reverse smoky eye makeup tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like this video if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye bye!